yourself when times are super duper high and super duper low is one of the hardest things that you can do in your life, because it is literally you telling yourself to chill out and to remember to stay humbled, or to be humble and to stay humble. Because in those moments of high, you can literally get into a spiral of thinking that you are the greatest, that you are the stuff, that you are it. But when you are on the opposite side, when you feel like you are in your lowest lows, you could feel like you have nothing, you are nothing, and you are not enough. And in those drastic perspectives of both the highs and the lows, you have to tell yourself when you are high, this moment isn't going to last forever. So I should cherish it and remember. And to be in that moment and be in that feeling and remember what it felt like to be in that low. And when you are low, you should remember, just because I am in this low setting in my life right now does not mean that's who I am. That does not mean that's who you are going to be. Because either moments, those high and low, do not define who you are. And that is the beauty in staying humbled, staying grounded. Because you have that superpower of not going too high or too low. Because you know your worth and you know your value and you know your perspective. It's a little different because I just got back, obviously, and I was in the airplane and just seeing how small and how minute these cars were, these buildings were, these like complexes where the people lived in, these houses, these mansions, these pools, these ponds, these rivers, the ocean. How small it looked in comparison to real life. And that just made me think, man, how is my life? My life? How are my problems my problems? How are the things in my life mine? And how am I dealing with them? And I think when you really ponder upon that, is that you realize and you conclude that it's really not a problem. That life throws so many things your way. And you have to figure it out. And you do. And you have and you did. And it's a reminder that maybe your problems weren't as big as you thought they were. I saw this TikTok and it was of this tiny little bonsai tree, but the camera perspective was right underneath it, so it looked like a huge forest. And then the camera was brought out and it's just this tiny little bonsai tree. And it's the same gist. When you zoom out and you recenter yourself and you ground yourself and you realize how small your not even problem, but your inconvenience is, it's okay. And it really just brings me back to the point of gratitude and to really think about the good times being the good times and really allowing yourself to feel those bad times and to feel those good times, because that is what makes the good and the bad the bad. Because when you can fully feel it and fully appreciate what you have and what you don't have, and when you lack and when you don't have enough, but then when you are fulfilled and that you have a surplus amount and when you have a sufficient amount, every stage in life teaches you something. Like I remember, I don't even remember what it was, but it was just, I think it was this TikTok and it was saying how he had to like steal from like supermarkets or like grocery stores. And then to his life now of, I think this was actually Steven, Diary of a CEO, seeing how he was like couch surfing and he had nothing, and then that he was homeless at like the age of 18, 19, and to where he is now, obviously, and that he's so grateful for that perspective, that now he knows what it's like to be able to fully cherish and appreciate that moment. And And that goes with life in general, that you cannot have the good without the bad. And I think the way to really not go so deep into the bad is by grounding yourself and remembering that you are you and that you are in this moment, and that you can take yourself out of this moment by literally just like, this can be so kumbaya, but literally just by like meditating, by praying, by finding that silent moment that literally that no one can take away from you, that not a single person can take away that silence that you can find within yourself. And when you can do that, you can go anywhere, you can be anyone, you can feel anything and everything and nothing at all, and you can just be you. And when you can find that inner silence and that inner grounding, you can get through everything and anything that the world throws at you. And that is okay. And I think the thing that really got me through this semester was staying grounded, was literally like taking like an hour every single week and like just like doing my thing, meditating, and like finding and knowing that I set time for myself for an hour out of the week. It doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter with whom, where, but just being by myself and knowing that my homework can wait, my friends can wait, like the essentials can wait, because I'm putting myself first and putting my sanity first. It doesn't mean that you have to like do like an hour. I like last year and the year before that, I put in like 15 minutes like here and there throughout the week. An hour is not doable for everybody. Maybe it could literally be 10 minutes every 6 days a week, 10 minutes every single day. That's literally an hour. And if that's what you can do and that's what you can only have, then good for you. And I am so proud of you. So I'm gonna leave you with this. When you are in the highs and the lows of life, stay grounded, because life will humble you. And sometimes to avoid that humbling experience, which I've had many, many times, stay grounded and stay rooted within yourself, your soul, and your morals. Food for thought.